It was close to midnight on a bitterly cold January night. The kind of cold that doesn't just sting your skin. It seeps into your bones, like a warning you don't understand yet. The highway was dead. Miles and miles of black road stretched endlessly in both directions like I was driving on the edge of nowhere. Not a single pair of headlights, not a single sign of life. Just me, my car, and the sound of the tires on frozen asphalt. I'd been driving for hours. My eyelids were heavy, my thoughts foggy. The dashboard clock ticked toward midnight, and my body screamed for rest. Then, finally, I saw it. A dim glow in the distance. A flickering sign, too old and too weak to belong to anything modern. My chest loosened with relief. A gas station, the only building for miles. I pulled in slowly, my headlights cutting through the darkness. The place looked wrong. Not just old, abandoned. The neon sign above the convenience store buzzed weakly, casting sickly yellow light across the cracked pavement. There were no other cars, no sound, not even the low hum of a fridge cooler or the rattle of a heater vent. Just silence. A heavy, pressing silence. Still, I needed gas. I stepped out, the air like ice against my lungs, and began to fill the tank. My eyes flicked up at the windows of the store. The clerk was there. He stood perfectly still behind the counter, tall and pale, with hollow eyes that never left me. No greeting, no nod, just watching. I grabbed a bottle of water and walked inside to pay. The door slid open with a hiss, letting in a gust of cold air. Inside it smelled like old dust and something faintly metallic like rust or blood. I placed the cash on the counter. The clerk moved stiffly, like a puppet. He handed me my change and my receipt, and then I saw it. On the back of the receipt, scrawled in shaky, frantic handwriting, were 4 words: "Do not look outside." The air in the room seemed to thin. My throat tightened. What is this supposed to mean? I managed to laugh, but it came out broken. The clerk didn't laugh. He didn't blink. His voice was barely a whisper, like a sound carried from far away. "You'll understand in a moment. Stay inside." Before I could ask anything else, the store's automatic doors slid open. No one had touched them. A gust of freezing wind swept inside, rattling the shelves, and under the sound of the wind I heard something else. So faint I thought I imagined it. Breathing. Heavy. Wet. Wrong. I turned instinctively, but the clerk's hand shot out and gripped my arm, his fingers digging into my skin with surprising strength. "Don't," he hissed. His hollow eyes were wide now, his voice sharper, urgent. "They know when you notice them." My heart was hammering so hard it drowned out everything else. I wanted to run, but his voice made my blood run cold. He crouched low behind the counter, pulling me down with him. The sound outside grew louder. Footsteps, slow, uneven, dragging, like something pulling itself across the cracked pavement. Step, drag, step, drag. The automatic doors kept opening and closing, though nothing crossed the sensor. And then, a shadow fell against the glass. It was tall, distorted. Limbs too long, too thin, bending at angles that made my stomach lurch. Its head tilted like it was listening. I clamped my hand over my mouth to keep from screaming. The clerk leaned so close his breath was hot against my ear. "They come when the highway empties," he whispered. "Always at midnight, always searching for the next traveler. If they see you, if you acknowledge them, they'll follow you. Forever." The shadow pressed closer to the glass, its fingers, if they were fingers, scratching softly at the door. I swear I heard it whisper my name. And then, just as suddenly as it had appeared, it drifted back into the dark. The doors slid shut. The silence returned, heavier now. I could barely stand. My legs trembled as the clerk shoved the receipt back into my hand. His voice was a low growl, a plea. "Burn this when you leave. Don't stop until you're far from here. And whatever you do, don't check your mirrors tonight." My hands were shaking as I stumbled out. The highway stretched before me, empty and endless. I started the car. My headlights flickered once, twice. In the gas station window, something shifted, just for a second. A flash of that long, twisted figure, watching, smiling. I hit the gas. I drove faster than I'd ever driven in my life. But even now, I can't shake the feeling. That clerk was right. Because when I glanced, just once, into my rear-view mirror, I swear I saw someone sitting in the back seat.